Well, my name is Harry and welcome to something different today. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a formula for chemistry. I'm just going to the document. Now I've cut the rule I've made. So if AC plus BD and equals AD plus BC, for example, A equals magnesium and C equals chloride. So those are your two formulas. So let's go magnesium, and so chloride. So those are your first two chemicals, magnesium chloride. And then plussing on calcium. So that's BD, calcium sulfate. There you go. So those are your two chemicals. Now an arrow means for instead of a plus because that's math. This is science. Now, so all you have to do is switch the two last names. So you just switch the chloride here to the calcium side. So then it'll equal magnesium sulfate plus calcium chloride. And there's your formula. There's your formula there. But we're not done. We're going to turn it into the actual symbols for it. So stop. Now to turn it. Let's change this. Ignore. No, there we go. Yep, now. So we're going to turn this. So if magnesium. Let me just get something up for you guys. Put the science. So here we have two tables. Let's put these down here. Text, font. That's the ARM table. And where is it? The ARM table and the solubility rules. So this is where I get all my information from my science teacher, Mr. Nicol. So if you know him and you go to St Andrews College, then yeah. So oh, it's a bit too small. Let's move that down there. Okay, so here we go. So if magnesium is Mg, and it says, and if you look into your iron table, if you find Mg, it's 2 plus. So it's got to here, 2 plus, and then in chloride, if you look into the solubility rules, all chlorides are soluble except for AgCl and PbCl2. So Ag is aluminium. Yeah, I think it's aluminium. And Pb, which is lead. So yeah. So it's got to be soluble. The magnesium and the chloride has to be soluble because none of them are there. So, and all chlorides, so chloride is Cl minus. So that does not fit in right because there's 2 magnesiums and 1 chloride. So what you need to do, so since there's 2 magnesium, so let me just and so you need two chlorides to equal the magnesium. So now it makes a chloride 2 plus, kind of, but that's not how the formula works. So this is how you'd write it. So those two are plus together, so I'll make magnesium Mg, and you just leave the 2 plus because it's been equaled, so it's been balanced. So MgCl and little 2 at the bottom to show that's your work, and that's basically just your answer. Just take a little bit. Speed up. So be MgCl2, and that's your first part. So that's your magnesium chloride. And then you go, yeah, MgCl2. So if that's MgCl2, you need 2 chlorides to make to equal with the magnesium, and now plus not equals plus calcium sulfate. So calcium is Ca2 plus, and sulfate is, if you look down here, all is SO4 2 minus. So those two will equal together. So if you think of a magnet, you need a positive and a negative to attract. Think of it that way. So you won't need any of that 2 or some other numbers. And for all sulfates, all soluble except for Ba, which is not us, SO4, lead sulfate, and calcium sulfate, and that's what we're doing, calcium sulfate. So it's insoluble. Now, so it's CaSO4 at the bottom. So that's how you make your calculation. So those are those two. The reason that I got the CaSO4 is because calcium is 2 plus, and sodium, which is SO, above 2 minus and below 4. Below I see. Below, there. So SO4. SO4, there we go. So SO2, 4, 2 minus. So those two, these here, the 2 plus and the 2 minus, ignore. Those two attract, so you don't need to make any mumble jumble like we did with the magnesium chloride. So now, all you've got to write is CaSO4, like from above, because those two are cancelled out. So it's just calcium and sodium, calcium and sulfate. So that's your answer for there. Now, remember that. So now you switch everything around. So instead of magnesium chloride, it's now magnesium sulfate. So Mg, so 2 plus, if you look down the table, and sulfate, which is 2 minus. So MgSO, SO, you have to have a capital S, otherwise you'll fail otherwise. SO, yeah. So M loop 4, and that's your magnesium sulfate calculation. So now your calcium, so it's Ca is calcium chloride, and all chloride and calcium is 2+. So you need to do the same with the magnesium chloride, which is, and the chloride is minus. So you need 2 chlorides to equal to make the magnesium equal with each other. So that'll be doing that. So that'll be Ca, then Cl, because all chlorides, and then 2. And that's what we have to do. So that's CaCl2, calcium chloride. Yep. Which is good. Here's CaCl2. Now, that's all you've got to do. It's all balanced and everything, because the magnesium and the calcium chloride, they've both got 2s, and the calcium sulfate and the magnesium sulfate both have 4s. So there you go, that's your basic equation. Now, I hope you guys have learned something about this. And, yeah, so if I was to give you guys silver sulfate and copper chloride, you'll be able to figure it out, because you could use that calculation. That's exactly what you do. You just have to change it, but keep it in the same format, and then turn it into that type of calculation, and you'll be good. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this new episode, or whatever you guys want to call it, lesson, tutorial. And yeah, let's get 5 likes on this. That'll be greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. That'll be greatly appreciated. And yeah, thanks a lot, guys. See you guys next time.